Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope that your September is going amazingly. Amazingly? It's not a word, is it? Nope. Today I am going to be talking all about my extensions and the process I take to color them, how to cut them, and where I get the best quality from. I'm going to be taking you step by step on how I do the entire process, so if you are interested, then just keep on watching. It is quite a process, especially if you have unnaturally colored hair, like myself. Obviously. The company that I have come across that makes incredible quality hair extensions is called VP Fashion. They are 100% human hair. You can cut them, curl them, straighten them, do whatever you want with them, whatever your heart desires. And on their website, they have a ton of different colors to choose from. They even have like technicolored ones, like unicorn ones. I was super excited, but I'm not ready to go quite that drastic yet, and I'm still in love with just my plain purple hair, you know, because it's so plain. The extensions that I sent were a very pale blonde color, which is perfect for any pastel hair goer because you know that your hair has to be like a very pale blonde to like a white, silver, platinum color. So these came in handy, especially for the coloring process. For your reference, on the website, the style is called S613A and the color is 613A. I will of course have them linked down below so you guys can go and check all of that out. I do have a coupon code which I will say at the end, and that will also be in the description box, but I really want to get to the good stuff, okay? I'm not even lying to you. I have tried probably 10 different brands of hair extensions and none of them even compare to these. The clips especially feel very secure. They don't feel like if you like slightly tug on your hair that they're just gonna come out, which has happened in public. And I turned around and there was a whole weft lying on the ground and it was in a public place, and I'm scarred for life, okay? And the hair is so silky. Even after you wash it, it still feels so silky smooth. It's absolutely amazing. When you receive the extensions, they come in a very fashionable, sleek box. And inside includes 5 extra clips, which come in handy, especially down the road if you end up having any issues. And then also it, of course, comes with the hair. So after I snipped off the zip ties, I laid out 2 4-clip wefts, 2 3-clip wefts, 4 single-clip wefts, and I will show you in what order I put them in later. So for the color, I used Ion Color Brilliant Sprites in the color Lavender, of course. And to do all the hair, I did have to use about 6 tubes. Not gonna lie. And that's just because the color is so thick. But it's the only product that I trust to stay on a very long time and not fade very easily. So I definitely think that it's worth the amount of time that I spent on it, and I did get everything at Sally's Beauty Supply. So I laid out my mixing bowl and squeezed about 2 tubes of color just to start off with, and then laid down some tin foil just because I find it to be the least messy. I used a wider applicator brush and of course some gloves, and basically just went to town. I was really making sure that every last strand is fully saturated with color, and then I just wrapped up the foil and set aside for about a half an hour. I repeated this on every single one of my wefts, and then I rinsed it out with cold water using a purple shampoo, which was the generic version of the Shimmer Lights, which is also from Sally's Beauty Supply. Once they were dry, I just went over them with a flat iron just to make sure that they were a little bit straighter than they were, because when they dried, they were a little bit curly, wavy-ish. And it's also important for them to be straight when you are cutting them, just to make sure you are cutting at an even rate. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with some very choppy hair extensions, and you will not be a very happy camper. The star of the show for creating perfectly layered hair extensions is this professional texturizing hair comb. It's perfect for cutting hair extensions because it won't create that like very blunt straight cut that you see, which I am personally not a fan of. It really tapers the ends and makes them look a little bit more worn, natural, of course besides the hair color, because this is not a natural hair color. It's also great because it won't take off too much hair at a time. I highly recommend starting off very slow because you can always cut off more later, so I went very slow with this process, and I just cut off a tiny bit at a time. So I knew that I wanted to clip them in this order, so I went 3-clip, 4-clip, 4-clip, 3-clip, and then 2 of the single wefts on the side. With that being said, I just trimmed them shorter and shorter in that order. That rhymed. Once I thought I had done, you know, a decent job at that, keep in mind I'm not a professional, so I just kind of went with what I thought looked good. I just clipped them in, and then I cut off any more that I saw fit until I was happy with it. To keep everything nice and organized, I actually use a Sharpie to mark on the wefts what order they go in. So on the very first 3-clip, I put 1 dot, and then on the second weft, I put 2 dots, and then on the third weft, I put 3 dots, and on the fourth 3-clip, I put 4 dots, jeez. However, on the 2 side clips, I did do something a little bit different. I put L1 and L2 over here for left 1 and left 2, and then R1 and R2 over here for right 1 and right 2. That's like a tongue twister. And the reason I did that was because you are going to have to kind of angle if you have like angled bangs or like angled hair anywhere else. So that's why I did that, so that you don't get confused. Otherwise, they're just gonna be like a straight piece over here, because I do have one in over here that's kind of angled to match my bangs right here. So yeah. So with all of this being said, I highly recommend VP Fashion to anybody out there because they have so many different choices to choose from. Whether you have neon technicolor hair or just brown hair, they have it all. Good news is I have a coupon code for you guys. It is Maddie01. Make sure to use this coupon code right here for $10 off of your order at checkout. Also, when you are filling out the description of what hair you want, it's going to ask you how you found VP Fashion, and there's going to be a little checkbox that says YouTube Guru. Make sure to use my YouTube name, MaddyMcQ, as a reference. Make sure to take advantage of the $10 off, boys and girls. That's a pretty good deal. Otherwise, that is going to be it for this week's video. I'm sorry that I didn't post a Friday video. I was having computer difficulties, which is why I actually purchased an iMac, which you would have seen in my Instagram. Oh gosh, I'm wearing the exact same sweater that I wore. I don't usually do that. Don't think I'm gross, but no excuses. I could have filmed one like on my iPhone or something, so have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye!